Made the donut, which is great, but you want to go back into the create form tool, and we are just going to want to make that head. So best way to do it is to actually insert a photo. So let's go up here, let's find a flamingo. Let's just find the face of a flamingo. I don't know what that is. And let's use that because it's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to do that, kind of. I'm not going to do it perfectly, but I'm going to try my best. Okay. You just watching, then I'll send you the tutorial. It's easier. So we're going to insert a canvas, and that's how we're going to import that image in that we just took. So you have the flamingo head right there. And let's put it right here. Okay, so we're going to put this here, and we'll make it big enough that we can use it for what we're trying to use it for. So I made this 45 because I need the full 60, and I don't want it to go past, right? So I'm going to make it kind of similar. I would not recommend making it this thin for the neck because it's going to break off before you ever get to use it. But I'll start with this, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and create this form using a few simple shapes. It's the best way I can go. So I'm going to start with a quad ball. I'm just going to draw that, and I'm going to scale this down so it's like there, okay?
Oh, okay.
And what we...
I'm trying to make the head out of like...
Yeah, out of simple shapes. So the way the quad ball works is you can select from modify, you can select points, or you can select whole surfaces. So you can go, why is it not, okay. Okay. That's very weird. That's not letting me select there we go. So I go into modify, I can select faces and modify things, right? Or I can select points, or lines here, points. So I can modify it like that too. And you can do lines, like I said. And the real power of it is that you can also select whole, like, parts of this thing to edit it. Like right here, I can use this scale feature, and I can sort of mold it into the shape I need. And if you select certain parts like this, I can twist it, I can shape it, round it, do whatever I'm trying to do. Like over here, if I do left click and drag, it's only going to select the points or the lines, like really specific stuff. If I do right and drag, it's going to select almost all the points. If you rotate it and move it in, notice you can get like pretty close approximations of that shape. The other thing that's really cool is, let's say we have this line right here. It has this symmetry thing where I can go in and I can say, hey, you and you, I'm going to make you guys scale in, and that's going to take care of all that bulging that's happening in the face, and it will start to look more and more like this thing. I'm going to add eyes later, but what you're looking for is the generalized shape, because again, this is going into a mold, so yeah, you can get really, really specific, but you want to get closer in the beginning rather than try and get perfect. So we'll start there. Okay. And then we're going to rotate around. We just want to make sure it's sort of going in the right direction. Okay, so now I got this, and I want to edit that. So, whoops. I don't like the way that turned out. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to select these two faces, and I want to shift these and move them back a little bit because I need to make room for the rest of that. Okay, so I'll have that front piece and this front piece. By holding shift, I can select more than one, and then I can rotate that and move it out. So now I'm starting to get like that shape. So I have that first piece, and you can always put two pieces together. So easiest thing I would say, use another quad ball, put it right here, make it a little bit bigger than this, click OK, and go into modify. Now we will select, let's hide this real quick because I don't want to select anything over there. Let's select this whole thing, and let's move it out of the way so it doesn't affect this guy. Okay, so we want to make this look a little bit more like this trunk, toucan-y kind of setup right here. I don't even know how to describe. So what I know I need to do is I need to make this a little bit narrower towards the middle. I need to take the entire thing and rotate it a little bit, like so. I need to take this top piece and shift it up. And I need to make this bottom piece a little bit more cinched, a little bit further down, and a little bit further tweaked like that. That's going to give me like the beginning of a shape. That's kind of going to look about right. Yeah, it's getting there. You'll have to play with this to get it perfect, and I don't recommend going for perfect. I recommend going for really good, because it takes a lot of work to just like kind of finesse these together. All right, let me just select carefully here. Yeah, that's good. So I can drag these out. All right. So if I left click, then it will select the lines. And I want to do this ring selection. That's when you select like a groupings of things that go around an object. Call it ring around the rosy. And there you look at the front. And now you can shift these and you can shrink them or make them bigger. I think making it slightly like that's probably your best bet. Okay, so I have this and it's starting to look normal. I'm going to hide that, and now I'm just going to take this whole top half here and I'm going to mush it in until it fits into that face. Anything that doesn't meet over here, for example, like that, I'm going to shift that over so it goes about where I need it to. And then anything over here, like that, now I can scale in or scale out, depending on how I want it. And if I don't like things like that, let's see, that, then I can shift that right there. Okay, so you're starting to get the beginning of the flamingo. Now, I would use a sweep for this part that connects, so we'll start with that. So I have like the beginning of the head. You're going to add some things to add eyes and other things, but if you wanted to do a sweep in this pattern, the first thing you'd want to do, create a sketch and select the plane right there. Make a spline line that's going to go here, here, and here, right? Because that's kind of a similar shape. And I'm not going to make this perfect because that's your job. And we'll click Finish Sketch. The next thing I got to do is I have to make a plane that's going to meet right there. There's a few options for making planes. We haven't used all of them yet, so I want to explain some of them. So I could use a plane that is tangent at an angle. I could use one that is tangent at a place. I could also do a plane along a path, which is what I really want to do. Now if you look, it already created this like awesome plane that is almost exactly where I want it. And I'm just going to say yes on that. Now I have a plane, and I'm going to draw a circle to be the neck. And that circle is going to just be a whatever sized circle for now. Let's say 10. And what I want to do is I want to take this circle and this point and make them coincident on that spline right there. See how it snaps where it's supposed to be? I'm going to finish that by saying it's a sweep. So I come over here, I have that circle, the path is that path. It thinks I want to cut. I do not want to cut. I want to make a new body. And all of a sudden it's starting to look like a flamingo.